It's been so long since I have filmed, I don't even remember how to start a video. So, I took a break. The reason that I took a break was because I was having a hard time filming and studying. And I thought I could handle it. I thought that I would be able to get through it, but I was wrong. So, you guys remember back in December I took an exam. It was a physics exam for ultrasound. Now I'd taken that test years ago, and I mean years ago, and passed it, no problem. And then I took my specialty exam, passed it, whatever, I was done. Thought I was done. Well, standards changed, and so they revamped the ultrasound physics exam to include everything. Because before there were two separate physics exams. There was one for general ultrasound, and then there was one for vascular. Well, I took physics for general ultrasound because at the time I had no desire to be a vascular tech. But then as the years went on, they combined both exams for physics. And so I was forced into taking physics again because the hospital that I work at is a vascular hospital, cardiac vascular hospital. It is starting to rain. All right, so anyway, I had to take the vascular exam, all right? So I passed physics, no problem. That was awesome. Took about a month off and in January, and then in February I started studying again. And I believe I was still filming in February. Well, it got to the point where I just could not study and film. It was too much. Not to mention the fact that there really wasn't much for me to film in the first place because I spent a majority of my time studying. So long story short, I took my vascular exam in April and I missed passing it by 10 points. I think I was a little too confident because I really do like scanning vascular. And I thought that this would be a piece of cake for me, but turns out that it was not a piece of cake because I had to learn about things that I don't even do at work. Certain exams, certain vascular tests that I don't even do at work. I was having to learn about them and be educated in them so that I could take my exam. So April came, took the test, missed it by 10 points, which was a bummer. But to be honest with you guys, I was really surprised that I only missed it by 10 because when I sat down to take that test, I realized very quickly that I was not prepared, not enough. I didn't study enough, not by far. So I failed that test. I took a month off, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna give my brain a rest because studying constantly was it was getting to be too much. So I took about a month off, about a month and a half. Then I started studying again, and I was gonna take it at the end of June. And I thought, no, it's not enough time. I need more time. So anyway, I took it yesterday and I passed. Woohoo! I am done. Oh my God. I am now a registered ultrasound tech as well as a registered vascular tech. It's two different things, two different credentials. And I'm very, 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 very happy to be done. You guys, yesterday when I walked out of the exam room, and I was still like, man, I don't know about this, I don't know about this. You ever take a test and you just know that you passed it and so you walk out and it's not a big deal? Well, I walked out this time feeling a little bit more confident because there were a lot of questions that I knew the answers to. It was crazy. At first I thought the exam was too easy because I was like, there's no way. I was like, I mean, I studied a lot. I'll show you in a second here how much I studied. But I kept thinking to myself, there's no way. It's going to get harder. And it did. It got harder. But I pushed through and I passed. So you have to get, it was the same thing for physics. You have to get a 555, a minimum of 555 to pass. And I told myself, Felicia, doesn't matter what you get as long as you pass. So there's the score I ended up with. That's what I had to pass. And that's what I got, a 587. But I when the lady handed me my paper, see last time in April when I took it, the papers are like this, they're sitting face down on the desk when you walk out. And I asked the girl, I said, can you do me a favor and just take that paper for me? I said, fold it in half. I don't even want to look at the score because it really, I felt like at that point could go either way. And so I got out to the car and I sat in the car for probably 10 minutes and I finally turned it over and I saw that I failed and I was like, damn it. But the studying for this exam was by far the hardest. Taking this test is probably one of the hardest things I've ever had to do as far as school goes. Like, it really tested my knowledge. But let me show you guys how much I studied. So this is one notebook that I used, and as you can see here, oh my God. I mean, I have some paper left at the back. So that's one notebook. And then I have this one here that, I mean, like every page, right? So there's that. And then, oh, I threw the other one out. I had another one that was this thick, but it was all of this. So this was all, see here? This was all in a notebook. Oh my God. This whole thing. See how thick that is? So every single one of these is written on, and it's front to back, each side. And then the rest of this, oh my God. The rest of this was just paper that I was writing on and drawing on for the test. Hold on. I don't know why I'm trying to pull this out of here, but I just want you guys to know how much went into this. Look at this. All of this is written on. And this is pretty thick. So this was this is a culmination of the last two. Actually, I saved some of it from the beginning of the year, and I did all these flashcards. So all of this. There was a lot of time and energy and worry put into this exam. But it's weird because all I've been doing, and this is not an exaggeration, all I've been doing Monday through Thursday is I get up in the morning, I do a little bit of cleaning around the house, and then I sit my butt right here and I study. That's all I did. All I did. And just completely consumed by it. But I could not film, I couldn't vlog or any of that with this. I just couldn't do it. Because I started to get to the point where I was like, man, editing takes me quite a while. If you've never made a video, there's a lot that goes into editing. At least there is for me. Because I pause a lot and I get up and stuff like that, so whatever. But I am done. I am done. I have passed. And I'm so, so very happy. And not only that, but the hospital I work at, they reimburse me the cost of the exam. So the cost of the exam is $250, and then I get a raise. I'm just so happy to be done. You guys, man, I've had my head in a computer since December, or in a book since December. I should by rights have arthritis in my right hand from writing so much. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself at work now when I'm not busy, because at work when I wasn't busy I would study. Now I don't have to do that. Look at my shirt. I love this, Georgia. Look at this. I love the little, I got it at Sam's Club. I like it because it looks kind of 70s, doesn't it? Like when I was a kid, I swear I had shirts that had this. Anyway, so how's everybody been? You already know how I've been. Completely stressed out, burned out, fried brain, not in a very good mood, no makeup at all. Barely put any effort into my hair. I don't even care. I'm just so beyond thrilled. Like, beyond thrilled to be done. I am done. But anyway, so there was a while that I contemplated just not coming back, just not like filming anymore and being done. I have some sort of reservations about YouTube now, and there have been so many changes, and it's just, and you guys know it's that same old, you know, it's like a broken record. I really wish that YouTube was how it used to be. With a lot of what's going on now, especially in the world of politics, YouTube has been kind of put under the microscope. And so if they don't change, from what I understand, they get some sort of special consideration. I can't remember if it's a tax thing, but they get some sort of consideration because they are, I guess, like a public forum. Gosh, I wish I could remember. There's videos that you can watch about YouTube representatives in Congress and why people are having such a hard time with YouTube now, because YouTube is basically saying, yes, we're public, but we're going to put our thumb down on certain people and certain channels. And, you know, we live in the United States, so we have freedom of speech. So I can say whatever I want, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. But a lot of the sensitive types these days have coined a phrase, hate speech, which doesn't exist. There's no such thing as hate speech. All it is speech that you don't like, you know. So if somebody were to call me a bitch, whatever, I'm not gonna go on a corner and cry. I'm not gonna beat that person up, or, you know what I mean? I'm sorry, my eyes are just really itching. But anyway, YouTube is going to, I don't know if you know what, if you want to look into it, you can do some research about it. But anyway, I'm hoping that things go back to the way that they were, because in order for YouTube to get this special consideration from, I believe it is the government, they can no longer tell people what they can and can't say. Free speech doesn't exist on YouTube, doesn't exist on Instagram, doesn't exist on Twitter. They are run by left-leaning people, and so when you have people in charge that lean left, there's a lot of consideration put into people's feelings, and I think that's garbage. You know, I hear and see a lot of things that I don't necessarily agree with, but that person or that organization has the right to say it. You know, the second we tell people that what they can and can't say, who's to say what's next on the list that they decide they want to take away from us? So I just don't agree with it. If you're very sensitive when it comes to words, just maybe be careful who you hang out with. Hi. Are you why my eyeballs are itching? Can you move? Come on, guy. Come on, get out of the way. So I personally think that you have a choice. If you don't like someone, or if you think you're going to be offended, or you know you're going to be offended by a certain person or a video or whatever, don't watch it. Like, what's wrong with you? Why would you purposely watch someone or read something that you know is going to be offensive? Why? So you can complain about it? Because that's what a lot of people do. They just want to complain. They just want to have something to complain about, you know? So I think it's ridiculous, and I think that YouTube needs to be held accountable, and I think that YouTube needs to make changes, and they need to go back to the way that they used to be. Because I don't believe in silencing people because I don't like their message. It's just ridiculous. But if you 100% believe in hate speech, then you don't believe in the First Amendment. And you can stomp your feet and cry all you want. You absolutely do not believe in the First Amendment. And there are places around the world where people are fined or even jailed for using hate speech, which is not a real thing. I am going to kick your butt. Get out of here. Get out. Yeah. I have nothing. You know, there's times when I really want him to be lovey and sit in my lap and stuff. But anytime I sit here, this happens. Anytime like I'm sitting here and I have my computer open, this happens. He just has to stop right here. Come on, guy. There you go, lay down. This cat hair all over my face. Good Lord. So anyhow, but it's really hard now to, it's not hard. For me, it's not, because I don't have a controversial page. Some of you have an issue with what I post on my Instagram, but to be honest, I don't care. I mean, if you don't like what I'm posting, or if you don't like what I'm talking about, you can leave, you can unfollow or whatever. It's a choice, I never understood why people would put themselves in a position, again, where they know they can be offended or they don't agree, and then proceed to make comments about a post or say things like, oh, I'm just so disappointed, or I never thought you were that way. What do you mean? I feel like if you've watched my videos for a long time, then you know what kind of person I am. I feel like you could figure it out, what kind of person I am. I love animals. I recycle. I believe in saving our planet. I, however, have issues with the whole climate change thing. I believe in protecting our borders, like 100%. I believe in limited government. And taxation is 100% theft. I don't know who would be for taxes. Like, what the heck? I mean, I could go on and on and on, But to me, these things are common sense. Like, who wants to be taxed to death, right? And who wants their hard-earned tax dollars to go towards something that it shouldn't go towards? And I have sympathy for people from other countries, but it's not our job to police the world, right? We have enough problems here. We have enough problems with our own with our own Americans, right? Crazy people, crime, robbings, murders, rape, all that stuff. Like, we have our own problems here with our own people. Why the hell would we want to bring in other people to potentially, I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but I don't really I don't want this to turn into anything political. But anyhow, so that's why I really thought about not coming back. And it's not because I don't like filming, but it's just because things are just so different, and everybody is, not everybody, but a fair amount of people are so sensitive. They're so caught up in their feelings that it rules their life. And God help you if you look at someone like that cross-eyed. Like, so I don't know. What's funny is Wyatt asked me yesterday, he goes, Mom, when are you going to start filming again? And I was like, I just don't know. But I at least wanted to tell you guys, like, what's been going on and why I've been absent, and the fact that I passed my test. And it's awesome. But as far as, like, filming like I was before, I don't know. I got to think about it. I have to think about it. I've gotten messages from some of you asking me, like, if I'm okay or if I'm sick again. And it obviously it wasn't that. I just preoccupied with studying. But anyway, I just look at what the heck is happening here. Holy cow. So anyway, that was it. Did my nails. Look at what happened already. Come on. Look at that. I didn't even peel them. I need to stop buying cheap nail polish. That's what that is. Cheap nail polish. Look at this. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. The polish came off when I was bringing groceries in earlier. I looked down and this one just went pop. It just popped right off. So dumb. So that's it. I'm already at 24 minutes. God love you if you stuck around this long. So, I don't know. Maybe you'll see me again. Maybe you won't. I don't know. I guess it just depends on my mood. But, like, right now, I'm good, man. Like, I'm good. I achieved my goal It's been chasing me for many, many, many years, and I'm finally done with it. I feel like I can breathe, like truly, truly breathe. I actually started reading a book yesterday that I've been wanting to read, that I have had for 3 years, that I've been putting off for 3 years, because I always thought to myself, if I have time to sit here and read a book, I have time to study. So I never did anything really like that, because I always felt like if I can sit here and read, then I should sit here and study. But it's like now, I can read everything. I'm going to. Oh, I want to show you one more thing. All right, so I have a Bible, and I've always wanted to read it, but I can't get through it because I don't understand it. And I'm not a church-going kind of person. I don't want to go to church. I don't want to sit and listen to someone in like Bible school or Sunday school or whatever give me their interpretation of the Bible. I feel like the Bible and its meaning, it's individual. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe when I delve deeper into this, I'll realize that I'm wrong. But like right now, my first impressions is that this book is ambiguous the right word? 5 people can read a passage, and all 5 of them can have their own opinion as to what that passage means. So because of that, I feel like it should be left up to the individual. That's what I think right now, though. Like I said, who knows, it might change. But anyway, I have not been able to get through this. I can get through the first couple pages and I'm just like, oh, I can't do it. Look at this. I mean, look at this. And if you've ever read the Bible, you know, like it's too much. I can't. So a friend of mine at work had this sitting on the desk, and I was like, what is that? Because you guys know I love comic books. Look at this. It's the Action Bible. It's written like a comic book. Look at this. That is just the coolest thing. So my friend at work, her mom bought her this because she goes, you know what, if I can't get you to read the regular Bible, maybe I can start you off with this. So I'm so excited because I can start reading this. And what's funny is the first day that I bought this, I brought it home and I was standing in the kitchen and I must have read like 30 pages. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to stop. Because I literally started like somewhere in the middle and just kept, actually right where this is, and just kept reading. And I was like, I gotta stop, because I needed to study anyway. So I was really looking forward to like passing my exam and being done so that I could sit down and start from the beginning. Hobby Lobby. So anyway, that is it. I'm gonna go for now. I am going to finish cleaning up. I've got nothing to do, and I'm so excited about that. I don't have to study. I could burn that stack of papers if I want to. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm gonna take it to work and throw it in the recycling. But anyway, oh, one more thing. If you want a Yeti, but you don't want to pay the price of a Yeti, I got this at Walmart. We've got like 3 of these now. These are awesome. It's this Ozark Trail brand. See that there? This was all of $6.47. Now don't get me wrong, because I love my Yeti, and I actually want to get a purple one. They just came out with purple, like really beautiful royal, I think it's royal purple or something like that. Anyway, I'm probably gonna get one of those because I'm obsessed. But if you don't want to spend the money on that, these are just as good. Like Mike, the man, he loves these. I got one for work. This one's for me for work. I'm gonna leave it there. All right, so that's it for real now. I'm gonna go. So, for any of you that have been wondering what the hell happened to me, I am alive, I'm good. Maybe I'll be back, maybe I won't, I don't know. I can't make any promises. So, but thank you guys, for those of you that stuck around and didn't hit the road. But I hope you guys have a great day, and maybe I will see you soon. Bye.